Thank you so much for joining me, Alyssa Arundell, for your monthly October 2020 tarot card reading. Really looking forward to delving into your situation for your individual zodiac sign this month. If you haven't already and you would like to check out your free 3-card reading, you can do so by clicking the link down beneath this video. It's 100% free and it looks into your past, present and future situation. Each of the tenses is written specifically for the position the card is pulled in. So this is not a generic reading, it's more tailored exactly to the question that you're asking. But without further ado, let's get into this month and see what the cards hold for you. Hello Aquarius, and thank you so much for joining me for your monthly October tarot card reading. Let's see what is going on for you, lovely Aquarius, this month. So your present situation is the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands makes an appearance when you're working together with typically one other person to build some kind of new dream. So this could be you working with a partner in a romantic situation, building a new life together. This could be working with a colleague to really get something done that's very exciting in terms of your career. So this is the saying that two heads are better than one. Great way to kickstart the month, to be honest. That is that fiery energy behind you that can get things done. Let's have a little look at what's blocking you though for the month of October. The world is blocking you at the moment. Well, we could literally take that at face value and think, okay, we are in the middle of a global pandemic with places reopening and locking all the time. So it could be that if you travel for work or that you want to move to a new location, that it's just been a little bit blocked at the moment because of the current global situation. On a more sort of personal level, though, this card is about new beginnings and things really coming full circle because it is the end of the Fool's journey in the major arcana journey. So in terms of this, I think you've come to the end of something in your career or business. Not that it's going to be taken out of your situation, it's just that it's time to start something new, and maybe ways of working aren't quite working as they have been. So you're going to have to come up with some new ways to either make your living or to keep that momentum that you have been enjoying, perhaps. The card that is your foundation, I beg your pardon, is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands isn't an easy card, but it's not a terrible card either, Aquarius. This is about arguments and butting heads. It can very much represent siblings or children, parents. These are wands, though. You're not the only sign that has pulled this card this month. And what I've said when this card comes up is that they're not swords, right? So it's not a stabbing energy. It's not fatal. It will hurt because if you're fighting with sticks, that will hurt. But it's something that can be healed. Because this is your foundation card, Aquarius, I feel like there is some anger and some just a feeling of injustice that is really lingering. So no matter what good things happen, what new things come into your situation, there is still this thing hanging over you that, oh my goodness, that wasn't fair. And this sounds really cliche, but the only thing that is going to really unpick this is just some time. Just give yourself time to heal. And every time this emotion comes up, just let yourself feel it. Talk to people that you care about. But I do think it can be ironed and straightened out because the Five of Wands is not something that is completely terminal. You know, it is something that can be fought through. So your past card, Aquarius, for the month of October is this beautiful card of the Wish card. Have you made a wish recently? If the answer is yes, it has a very good chance of coming true. This is one of the happiest cards in the tarot deck. This is literally looking at this card and making a wish. So your manifestations could well be on the way, even if you least expect them. Particularly if you have this, anger feeling come up, and maybe a little bit of rejection comes up. You might have even forgotten that you made this wonderful wish. So when it does actually come true for you guys, I think it's going to be a really wonderful surprise. The card that spiritually crowns you here, Aquarius, for the month of October is, fantastic. I'm so happy for you guys. The 10 of coins, the 10 of pentacles. This is about abundance. This is about family. This is about enjoying life's big and little luxuries. It can be anything from buying a new home or a new car to just taking a walk in nature and smelling absolutely beautiful flowers, or listening to the rain fall, or whatever it is where you are in your location, what you need. Like, do you need rain? Do you need a bit more sunshine where you are in the world? This is about these things coming into your world, and like we said, whether those are big or small things, everything is going to be really valued, and really a lot of gratitude go into it. So for this to come up in your spiritual crowning card, Aquarius, is just so peaceful and so joyous. So your immediate future, if we think about this in perhaps the first week in October, something like that. Your immediate future here, Aquarius, is the 8 of Cups. This is about moving forwards and moving on, and not in a bittersweet way. The 6 of Swords is very much like that, but the 8 of Cups is moving on in a more empowered way. It's more like excitement. It's like if, someone starts college for the first time, or you're moving to a new area or location, or this is the kind of moving on that we're talking about when this card comes up. It's like a real happy event. And so, yeah, I do feel that something like this could be happening for you this month for sure, or definitely the beginnings of getting that ball rolling. Let's have a look at your state of mind for this month, Aquarius. Whoa. You have a major arcana card, and it is the Chariot. The Chariot is so fast. If we look at the guy here on the card, he has these 2 horses, but they don't have any reins on them. So he's kind of just trusting that they're going to take him in the right direction. They can be pulling left and right. He can be getting jolted all over the place. It's sometimes a bit of a bumpy ride. It's kind of like being on a roller coaster where it's fun and it's fast, but also you can end up with a bit of a sore neck. So I do feel like this being in your state of mind, it's kind of like you're overwhelmed, excited, wanting to push forwards, wanting the delays to be over, sleepless nights, not getting enough sleep, not getting enough rest, but at the same time you're up because you're happy. So yeah, it's a bit chaotic, but it has a good vibe to it, because it's not chaos because you're worrying, it's chaos because you're actually getting excited, a bit like a kid at Christmas. So that's really cool to come up. So your outside influence, let's see what energy is influencing you this month, Aquarius. We have the Queen of Swords makes an appearance. The Queen of Swords has made an appearance for some other zodiac signs this month, and what we've said there is that if she represents a person, it's usually someone who does come across as a little bit aloof, a little bit cold, but underneath that is a real wicked sense of humour. And someone who can see the fun in life and who can sort of make fun of themselves. So even though they might come across as very serious, they do have that sense of humour. So if this is a person you know with these attributes, they're going to be very important in your life this month. If this doesn't represent a person, it represents the ability to cut through to get to the truth of things. It's about you being using your logic, particularly when it comes to signing contracts or anything like that. You're going to want to read through things carefully, which might be difficult if you have this very, excitable energy going on. It's a bit like telling a golden retriever dog to sit when he's just, seen a massive mud puddle that he wants to run in. So it's kind of like trying to balance the excitement and the new possibilities with that logic that you do have, to get a real balanced approach. Your hopes and fears for this month, Aquarius. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups. It's reversed, but personally, I don't always read tarot reversed. But we can talk about both, and you've got to go with what you feel your gut instinct is telling you with this card as well. So, the Ten of Cups upright often means a very happy family life. A lot of things coming true for you, feeling fruitful, feeling abundant. When it's reversed, it can mean that those things are lacking in your life and that you don't feel that you are connected with your family or friends, and that you may be feeling like a little bit of an outsider. It could mean both of these things, because the position that this card has been pulled is your hopes and fears. So maybe upright, it's your hope, and reversed, it's your fear, right? So that would make sense, I feel. Yeah, I mean, of course, it would be totally understandable for you to have a fear that things are going to go wrong, because maybe they have done in the past. Maybe it is this residual hurt hanging over you that's putting a bit of a dampener on your plans. But please just know, Aquarius, that you're making the future for yourself. You're forging your own future. You are in control of this process. There are going to be elements of it that are outside of your control, of course. But for the most part, you're building a life for yourself. And that is something to be grateful for, happy for, but also to feel very proud of. And your outcome for this month, Aquarius, is going to be an important card, is the High Priestess. One of my absolute favourite cards in tarot. The High Priestess knows everything. She has this book of knowledge. She really does have the answers, but she very rarely gets involved unless she's asked to. So I feel at some points this month, Aquarius, you might want to keep your cards close to your chest. Not give away too much. Not try and be everybody's best friend. And then there'll be other times this month when people will come to you for advice and guidance, and I think you'll be willing to give it. So again, it's finding this balance between not having to be everything to everybody. Be a bit more selfish. Selfish doesn't mean that you don't care about other people. Selfish, as long as you're, not being self-serving all the time, which you just couldn't be because it's not in your nature. You're too humanitarian for that. So I think on the whole, there is some stuff from your past going on. You've got new business ideas in mind. Things are moving very, very swiftly, and you might feel a little bit overwhelmed. You've made a wish in the past that could possibly come true. You might have some contracts to sign. You're worried that it might not work out, but you also have hope that it will. And then your outcome is just to play it by ear, play it cool, and stay focused to reach your goals and your targets this month. So there you have your monthly reading for this month. Thank you so much for joining me again. It's a real honour to spend that time with you and for us to share that space. If you did feel inclined that you wanted to reach out for a one-to-one with myself or with Patrick, you can find that information in the description box beneath this video. But until we speak again next month, take care and stay safe. Alyssa.